Well, last week was my first week back on YouTube after 3 years. It was a long time, and I didn't share with you many of the details of what transpired. So much did. It would be hard for me to tell you everything that happened, but a lot did happen, and I will slowly talk about those things as we go. I am going to start doing a regular YouTube show again, as I said last week, and tell me the things that you'd like to see at a trucking company, a busy trucking company here in Georgia. We hire mostly owner-operators at 85% of the rate con, and we also do a little bit of lease purchase. If you don't have a truck yourself, that's what we do here. Same as we've always done, but we also do leasing now, which I'll explain as we go more. You know, like we lease out trailers and equipment. So let's move on, and as we explore this busy trucking company, you're welcome to ride along with me. I'm Indiana Jack.
My name is GB, I'm from the Netherlands, and when I'm not trucking myself, I'm watching Indiana Jack, Adventures in Trucking.
One of the things that we do here, we lease out trailers to big companies like Amazon, Little Debbie. Like if they need to lease trailers for a year, 6 months, whatever, we lease it to them. Lease them a trailer. Kind of like what Metro does, although they're more renting, but similar. And they brought back one of these trailers where the seal was bad. So what we're going to do is look at the seal of this trailer that they brought back and actually replace it. So let's look at it. First, we're going to look at a good one to see what it looks like where you don't need to do anything to the seal, and then we'll look at one where it definitely needs to be changed. So what we're looking at now is a completely good seal is what you should see when you're doing your pre-trip inspection. You know, in 15 years of trucking that I did, I never looked at these, so I wouldn't have known that. So I'm really glad that I'm learning something from Scott, and something that I didn't know as a driver. Maybe, I know you guys know everything, but maybe there's one or two of you that don't know about this. So that's what we're here to show you. So you're seeing a good seal. Now let's see what a bad seal looks like, and this is the one that we're going to change. This is what you see, that the oil or the grease dripping, kind of oozing out of there. It looks like snot. That's what we're going to change this morning.
You see where he got his shoes.
So the greasy brakes there is caused by the seal.
Yeah. In this case, I believe we can clean the brakes off enough that they can be reused, but in some cases, if the grease or the oil has soaked them, the brakes will need to be replaced because they're inefficient.
They're too oily and that won't come off.
Mm-hmm.
All right. How do you determine that?
It's just a matter of opinion, but you can see here there's still some dry media left on the brakes.
Right.
And you'll be able to clean that off with some brake cleaner and a scraper. You should be able to clean this one off. If it's much worse than that, you probably want to talk about replacing the brakes.
What about the drum?
The drum, you clean it, but this is not bad.
Okay.
You can clean it with brake cleaner.
Could the average driver do this, or does he need special tools?
He probably needs some special tools to do this.
What is that, like a big giant socket?
It's an axle nut socket. There's several different sizes because there's several different applications. This is a 3 1/4 inch for this troller. It's a 6 point. Some of them have 12 point.
All right, cool. Let's see how that works.
It's best to use a long ratchet.
Sure.
Same. The actual seal that we're replacing is located in the hub. It fits in there, and the grease that I'm wiping off now should not be there.
Okay, so that's all from leaking.
Yes, that's from leaking. And we're going to clean it off real good before we put it all back together.
Do you hear that?
A little bit.
Is that the seal?
That's the seal.
That's the seal.
See how it grease come around it on the outside of it
Yeah,
here?
yeah.
That should be dry. You just want to distort it enough that you get it off. You gotta be real careful with these tools here.
You'll dent those?
Well, yeah, you'll scratch that mating surface on that seal, and it will leak prematurely.
Oh. How often should a seal be replaced?
Well, there's no really a set time. It's just you inspect it regularly, and if you see any evidence of leakage, I would go ahead and replace it.
What is it you're doing now?
Well, with this type seal I'm using, they recommend sanding back further on the mating surface. That way the seal will seat properly. Just make sure it's clean.
What we have here is the inner bearing. So what are you doing now?
I'm cleaning the excess grease off of it and inspecting it for wear or possible wear. It looks good. If it's wearing any, it'll have little marks on the bearing part of it where it's riding wrong.
So that's the actual seal?
Yeah, this is a certain kind of seal that we get from MHC. There are different kind of seals. There's National and there's Rev Max. They seem to be doing very well for us. But you have to they recommend putting this additive on there to soften this rubber while you're putting it on. Just make sure it's level. Just here.
So you have to torque it?
Yeah. Each manufacturer of different seals or hub nuts, axle nuts, they have their certain torque specs. And this one here is
All right, another successful repair. We have a driver coming to pick up that trailer tomorrow, so we've parked that down in our lower lot, all ready for them.
I've been working with Travel Loco now for 2 years, providing for my family. They've been great. You know, when I'm not trucking, I'm at home, spending time with the family, maybe doing some fishing. After all that's done, at the end of the day, you might find me on YouTube, watching Life After Trucking with Indiana Jack. Stay tuned.
This is a follow-up segment to segment that we did last week where we showed the trailer doglegging, and if you didn't see that, it's the show right before this one. Well, one of the writers or one of the viewers wrote in saying, well, you guys didn't measure it the proper way by measuring from the kingpin back to the front right and rear axle, no, front, right, and left axles, which is another way you can measure the front axles to see if those are within spec. So we're going to do that for that guy right now. We're going to measure that distance from the kingpin going all the way back to the front axle. So let's do that to solve that and put it to rest. Maybe that guy's right.
dimples here.
So you're looking for the dimple,
Yeah, I see it, man.
which is the dead center of the kingpin.
Yeah. The left side measures 35 feet, 8 5/8 inches, the same as the right side. This measures 35 feet, 8 5/8 inches on the right side. What we've done today with the alignment checking does confirm the outcome of what we found out the other day when we did the dogleg test on the road.
Well, in our follow-up segment, like Scott just said, there's not much more that we can do. Yes, this is less scientific. We could take it to a trailer shop and they would have it have lasers and all that. We could do that if one of our tests would have disproved the other tests, then we would take it to another shop if it were way out of whack. So that concludes this segment. Do you guys hear that? I hear a little yelping, like a yelp, yelp. And it sounds like a cat. kitty, 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 kitty. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. There's a cat down there. I can't see him, but I can hear him. He's underneath there. Maybe I can see him over here. Here, kitty, 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 kitty. How charitable do you feel like being this morning?
Pretty good.
Listen.
Yeah.
Remember before when I said I heard a cat? Listen. I
Yes.
think I found out where he's coming from.
Yeah, I do. Sound like a kitten. Real faint, but I do hear it.
Yeah. I don't know what in the world we would do with it, but do you want to try to catch it?
I'm game.
All right. Look, Scott, he's over here. Listen. See if you can see him in there.
Yeah, he's down in here.
How did you see him and I couldn't see him?
No.
Is there a way to get underneath there?
I'll have to pry that thing up a little bit. See if we can gain access. Wow.
Oh my gosh. Well, what do you want me to take him?
Yeah.
Isn't this what you're supposed to do?
I think so.
What in the world are we gonna do with him?